that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
And this is where I commence the trial. No, I'm not going to commence the trial. But you know what? Let's walk, because we have a few things I want to talk about here. So, Lupus Boreas and Razor. I mentioned in the beginning of the session that to even start this Archon quest, you had to have the Razor store quest completed. And the main reason why I think that's mandatory is not just because the fact that you need to also complete Amber's store quest to get to Razor's store quest, and that way you know about Raptor. But it's this scene right here. You somehow meet Lupus Boreas, aka the spirit of Lupus Boreas, also known as Lupus Boreas, which is the spirit of Andreas. There we go. And after you encounter him once, you have a little sparring match against the spirit of Lupus Boreas, and you end up calming him down in a way. And then he ends up being a permanent boss that you can fight every week. Very similar to the Volan, very similar to Tartaglia. You can't fight Lucio. I know, it's sad. But it seems that the Abyss Mages are really just targeting all the godly figures of Tevat. First of all, we know about the planet with Lucio. We also know, and now we know they also approached Lupus Boreas. And it seems that the Dainslev is against godlike creatures. He was somewhat trash talking about, in a way. He was in a way somewhat trash talking about Mondstadt's Archon. He's not a big fan of the church. He also somewhat insulted Lupus Boreas. So it's very weird. But yeah, it seems that the reason why we had to complete Razor's store quest right here. If we didn't do that before this, we would not know who Razor really was. We would not know who Lupus Boreas was. Because back then, all we knew was about the Four Winds, and the Volan being the one of the Four Winds. That's all we knew. So, there's my little thing about Lupus Boreas and Razor's store quest. Let's continue on.
Dane, there you are! Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Ah, Paimon gets it! So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them, until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the Tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
So, do you guys remember the one ruin guard that felt like he was standing on top of there just out of, or like that was just sitting still on top of the Storm Terror's lair tower? I guess we proved dominance. Yeah, he's actually relevant. Let's go to that waypoint, shall we? It's very easy to get there. I went to the statue to 7 first, so I can get some healed. So I can get healed first, because I require healing, as usual. Also, yeah, this ruin guard right here. It's the one ruin guard here that's not activated at all.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited. What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
the very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
So, that explains a lot about why this ruin hunter, or ruin guard, or should I just call it field tiller, looks very old and very different. And now we get into the finale part of this Archon quest, and I may have been doing a bit of hinting on my own part towards what exactly is the truth of the massive twist reveal. Although I know many people that saw the trailers may know exactly what the twist reveal is. About who we may see there, you know? But let me just give you a review of everything I've focused with so far. We know that the Abyss Order is focusing on turning godly creatures into some sort of weapons. We saw that they tried to do that with Osayo, and we saw them do that with Boreas, and now, or we saw them try to do that with the Merlin, and Lupus Boreas, and now we know the plan that they're planning on using this Tapao statue with the first eye, I guess, of the, or with the first eye of the Field Tiller to turn Osayo into a mechanized god. What I'm guessing is as on Osayo, with parts of the Ruin Guard controlled by the inverted statue of the 7 as some sort of remote controller. The weird part is the person that brought back Osayo in the first place was Tartaglia. You may recognize him as we tackle the story quest. Of course, we all know him as rank 11 of the Fatui Harbingers. And he was the one that brought Osayo back to life by utilizing the sigils of permission. And not so you have to assume I have to assume one thing. It's the Fatui and the Abyss Order working with together. I'm not sure about that, and some people will immediately say no, but I'm not too sure about that. How coincidental is it that as soon as Osayo comes back to life and gets healed once again, the Abyss Order tends to mechanize that god? That can't be just coincidence, right? Not just that. And actually, well, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for the Abyss Order's part. And now about Dainslev. Dainslev seems to know a lot of info about Kenraya. Not just about Kenraya, but also... Did I really just say Kenraya? I'm sorry, Conria. We know Dainslev has a lot of info about Conria, and in the Dainslev character story quest, I've made a theory about Dainslev possibly being from Conria. In fact, I know that he's from Conria. Many different archive books and many different trailers leads up to that. His clothing and everything all seem to be derived from Conria, but those are all just massive theories that I feel like is true. I'm not sure exactly yet. Not just that, but we also know that Conria is a land ruled by no gods. So my theory about Conria being the land of the gods was entirely incorrect. I am so sorry about that. I don't know how I misinterpreted that at all. We also know that Conria, knowing that it's a land ruled by men, doesn't believe in divine entities in a way, since they're ruled by no gods. Meaning they're very focused with technology, case in point, the Field Tillers. The Field Tillers, as things that stated before, the reason why our elemental site never worked on Field Tillers is one thing. They're not elemental based at all. They're fully technological based. And it seems that Conria never believed in elements or anything like that. It seems that they have their own unique power that is still a mystery to this day right now. And it also appears that Dainslev is also against godly creatures as well. Not to like the extent of the Abyss Order, mind you, but more towards the fact that he is just shaming on a lot of godly creatures. Lupus Boreas, he was shaming on Barbados as well. He was insulting the church. He wants to destroy the statue of the 7. Which, I mean, like, what's up with that, right? And the last thing I want to bring up is saying that I cannot trust this eye of the first Field Tiller to anyone else. How do we know that he's a capable hands, right? Why is Dainslev acting like this? Why is he being like this person again? We thought he was just against the Abyss, right? Well, a lot of our questions will be answered here. In fact, all of our questions will most if not all of our questions.
That running around, we end up right back here again.
I know, right, Paimon?
Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
Man, Paimon, you have a lot of negative things to say, don't you?
Now I got stomach cramps.
And I'm aware of the Shangling. So the last time we entered here, we went to the left, to the right side, which is the true entrance. Now we're going through and coming in through the exit. But we have a whole new trail ahead of us. Now we're gliding through the bubbles. We're not just running through them, we're gliding. That just proves that we're pro gamers. Okay, not really. Oh god. I wonder if these bubbles damage us. I feel like they do. Oh no! Uh-huh. Okay, I feel like this is a one. I feel like this is like a one shot thing. Come on, come on. No! As to talk about that, I'm just gonna say, like, I brought up, okay. Okay, this already is a loss. Oh, so you take so much damage from that. Hold on.
Let the show begin.
Okay, I'm good. I think it's also their chest here. I didn't realize that. But they don't get primo gems. The whole point of the chests are primo gems, Genshin. What's going on? Anyway, let's go with this chest right here. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, you don't take damage. Now we can go through here and already.
Let's dance.
I'll get my this time. I'll have my buffs ready. Cold cut platter, cream stew, and lotus flower crisps. My go-to 3 buff food. Let's go. And I mean all those like hints about what exactly is up with Thanes left the Abyss Order and their plans, and made all the callbacks that led to so many theories. Well, now you understand exactly what those hits were leading up to. Let's go take on the Abyss Herald and finish this.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsliff, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
It's time to fight the Abyss Herald one last time, and this time we have buffs to help us. the defense buff to negate all damage done, to negate the damage he can deal to us. Attack buff so my Razor and Angel can deal a crap ton of damage to them. And the stamina so that I don't get stamina screwed, as that is a problem that I tend to have. You can see them doing 6k to 7k damage, or just base damage going to 2k and just going base non-crit, I'm going to 2000. This is the type of power that you would expect from the buffs, and I am happy to just bring this all towards them. He also now spawns Hydro and Pyro Abyss Mages. Thank God no Cryo. The main goal will be going for the Vaporize tactic. Good thing I can heal. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Good thing I saved her. Still not learned my lesson. I'm using apples. They're easy to get. Like I said, flying Abyss Mages in general are a pain and are just a pain, in my opinion. Bro, can you not just... Thank you. Now I can set them up here. Also, I actually equipped Barbara with a brand new weapon known as the Frostbearer. That and the reason for that is so I can take advantage of the ice school moves. Now I'm going to go. There we go. And now we can have a fair fight. Unless he chooses to stall. Okay, Mr. Red Sword.
Nice and split.
Now I don't think. Oh, he does get affected by tornadoes. Okay, good to know. Good to know. He actually does get penalized by tornadoes. Okay. He's in his panic button already. Now, he uses this attack whenever he's in his panic mode, but if you just stay close to him, he really can't do much to you. This is very similar to the Lupus Boreas fight when he's in his panic mode during the trial.
Out of the frying pan.
What the? Okay.
Let the show begin. Race you.
Wind blade.
We're getting pretty close here.
Out of the frying pan.
Okay, when he's doing that, I'm gonna just stay into Xiangling for a bit so I know she can wall. Because my main goal when he does this is dodge tanking.
The end is nigh. Keep back. With the wind.
Let's send them. By the way, this guy is fast. I'm not gonna lie. His armor is almost gone. By the way, Global is just coming in clutch, in my opinion. My buff is gone, but we did it.